Okay, good morning, internet world. Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, exercisers. I want to know, can you take it on the floor? No shoes today, no weights today. We'll be doing our cardio blasts on the floor today. You are taking it on the floor today, whether you like it or not. Just send me a thumbs up when you finished, yeah? All right, let's get going. Do me a favor, pick something like, let's do high intensity interval training because we're going to do some intervals and we'll see how much we can bring it up on the floor. The only thing we're going to do not on the floor is our warm up. So let's do me a favor, stand it up. I'm going to keep my glasses nearby so I can make sure that I can read those workout exercises. I think I kind of remember it, but we'll make sure. So I want you to just start marching for me, please. If you need to fix the girlfriends, go ahead, fix them. If you need to pull those pants up, go ahead, pull them up, because we'll be pulling them down later on. Nope, just teasing, just teasing. All right, march it out for me, please. Nice job. Start to move those hands. Just kind of let the hands kind of shake out from the shoulder. And then I want you to start like moving the hand actively in a more controlled manner. We just want to march it out. Now, as you put your foot down on the ground, I want you to spread your toes, okay, each time you push the foot down. So think about spreading those toes. Remember, it's from the foot up, okay? Nice. March it out for me, please. All right, we're 1 minute into our warm-up. Beautiful. Keep marching. Now, start to lift those knees a little bit higher. What am I seeing? Come on, lift it up, lift it up. I want you to try and get those knees to hip height. Come on. Even if that means you slow down the march just a little bit. Not too slow, because we're trying to pick up the heart rate. Good. Nearly there. 30 more seconds like this. Lifting that knee for me. Spreading those toes. Actively moving those hands from the shoulder. That's it. Come on. Wake it up. Wake it up. Beautiful. Beautiful. You got this. You got this. Like Portia says, come with me. Yes? All right, do me a favor. Make the march a little bit smaller and give me a big inhale. Keep the hands up. Look at the hands. Reach up. Exhale. Let it go down. Beautiful. Big inhale. Keep the hands above the head, straight over the shoulders. Reach up. Bring the shoulders towards the ears. And then exhale. One more time. Big inhale. Keep those hands up. Reach up. Look at the hands. Lift the shoulders towards the ears. And exhale. Beautiful. All right. Just give me some nice hamstring stretches. Yes, we're going dynamic stretches in and out of the stretch. Now, I want you to keep your back flat. You're tilting from the hip, not from the waist. Okay? And you're flexing that foot. Remember to pull that pinky in, that pinky toe. Yeah? The little piggy that we all the way home. Pull him in, pull him in. Beautiful. All right. Nearly there. That's it. Excellent. Now you're going to just step it back. Doesn't matter which foot, and then you're going to go up and down into the calf. Try and push that heel into the ground. Even if it doesn't touch the ground, that's okay. Yeah, you're warming up that calf. In and out. Make sure that front leg is nice and steady, and there remains a bend in that knee. Okay. Come on. In and out. Beautiful. And let's switch it out other side. Set it up. Warming up that calf. That's it. Beautiful job. Excellent. Morning, morning. Just a reminder, we're recording. Somebody just joined us, Owen. Welcome. We're recording, so keep your mic muted for me. We're nearly there. Keep going up and down. Push through that heel. Beautiful job. All right, now I want you to open your legs wide for me, and I just want you to release those hips. Now, when you release those hips, I'd like you to lean the chest forward. Lean it forward. How deep can you go? Yeah? Again, bending from the hip. All right. Start to make it a little bit smaller again. And now, reverse the direction. But this time, I want you to try and lean back. Now, that's a little bit harder for us. Now, the reason why it's harder for us is because our daily activity allows us to really lean forward. We tend to overdevelop, yes, the back, and we don't stretch the abdominals enough. Lean back. Now, slow it down and try and lean back even further. Watch that head. You can let it drop back if you're comfortable. Okay, it's up to you. Beautiful. That's it. Make it smaller for me now. Excellent. That's it. Bend the knees, bring the legs in, shake it out. Okay, we're just going to take that knee up into the chest. Good. All right. Nearly there. 30 more seconds. A little past our time in the warm-up, but that's okay. Beautiful. Now just that quad stretch. Try and keep your knee pointing down and close to the other knee. Ideally, if you can have it touching, that would be great. Then you're really stretching the entire quad. Are we on time? Oh, just 10 more seconds. I've got a little bit of sweat on my body. That's what I would like. Okay. Beautiful. Okay, shake it out for me. All right, let's come down on the ground. Okay. We're going to start off with the cardio blast. I want your hands under your shoulders, everybody on their feet. Now, how fast you do this is entirely up to you, all right? So on these cardio blasts, they're new because we're staying on the ground, but how fast you do them is entirely up to you. We're going to start. It's a mountain climber. 3, 2, 1. This is what it looks like. You're going to drive those knees in. Drive those knees in. So this is going to amp up. Now you want to flatten the back, so you want your eyes on me. Yeah? If this hurts your neck, then you can drop your head so it's neutral, but you don't want to round the back. So you want to lift that head. Yeah? Come on. Come on. Nearly there. Beautiful. All right. Step or jump the feet in. Stand it up. Modified burpee. How fast is up to you. Come on. Let's go. So remember, you can step it back, step it in, stand it up. All right, up to you. That's it. We're nearly there. In 3, 2, 1. Come back to that mountain climber. Let's go. Back to that mountain climber. Flatten the back. Head up, chin up. Hands under the shoulders. Come on. Just pumping up the heart rate. 3, 2, jump it in, step it in. Burpee. That's it. Come on. That's it. Come on. You can step, can walk, hop, jump. Up to you. One more time. We have 3 rounds. This is our second. 3, 2, 1. Back to the mountain climber. Last time. I know. Come on. Flat back. Chin up. Eyes forward. So remember, you can slow it down. Let's go. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, burpees. Step, march, jump, walk. That's it. It's your last round. 15 seconds to go. Come on. Remember, keep moving. Don't stop. 3, 2, 1. All right. Come down on the floor. Lay it on your side, please. Legs are straight. All right, I hope you can see that. So you're gonna flex your feet, all right? And it's just up and down. Come on. Flex your foot. Halfway, come on. So let's slow it down. 10, 9, with me. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now you're going to point both your toes, point both of them forward and back. That's what it looked like. Come on. Point it. Halfway, keep going. Last 10, let's go. 10, slow it down with me. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, point it. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, hold it. So we're going to take it in pointed, flex out. Yes, do you see that? In and out. So 3, 2, 1. In pointed, flex out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Point and flex. Come on. Halfway. So point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex. I know. You gotta really think about it, don't you? Ten to go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, bring both your legs in bent. Yeah, now reset, pull that chest up, don't sink into it. I realize I'm sinking into it. Now you're gonna keep your heels together and you're gonna open and close. Come on. Keep the chest lifted. Are your feet touching? Open it wide. Halfway, come on. Let's go. Give me the last 10 with me. Slow it down. 10, open wide. 9, come on, 8, 7, let's go, 6, squeeze that glute, 5, you got this, 4, 3, come on, 2, and 1. All right, the box. Really have to think here. You're going to think about creating a rectangle with your top knee. So you're going to take it forward, up, back, down, forward, up, back, down, forward, up, back, down, forward, up, back, down. Come on, forward, up, back, down, forward, up, back, down. 5 more. 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Roll it over for me, please. I'm going to do something called the floor push-up. So you're going to lay flat on the ground and you're going to push up. Yeah? Keep the body nice and straight. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Push up. 1. So you can do it on your knees or your toes. Take it down all the way. Push up. 2. We only have 10 of these. Let's go all the way down. Push up. 3. Keep the body nice and flat like a plank of wood. Come on. 4. Let's go all the way down. Release it. 5. Halfway. All the way down. Lay it flat. Push up. 6. Come on. Can always do it to the knees. 7. Can always do it on the knees. Come on. Come on. 8. Push it up and down. 2 more. 9. Whoa. 1 more. 1 more. And 10. Beautiful. All right. You're going to come up and you're going to walk your hands to your feet and walk it back out. That's 1. They're called inchworms. Let's go. Walk it back to the feet. You're going to keep the legs as straight as possible. Walk it back out. That's 2. How big you make the movement with the hand is up to you. You can do it small and fast, big and slow. Take it back out with me. 3. Come on. Take it back out. 4. You want to keep those legs straight. Back out. 5. Come on. 5 more. Let's go. Walk it out. 6. Take it back out. That's it. 7. Woo, nearly there. Nearly there. Take it back out. We have 2 more. Take it in. Control it. Remember, when you walk it back out, get that butt in line with the back, okay? So make sure that butt doesn't stay up. You bring it down in line. Make sure it's not dropping too low. This is your last one. Beautiful. Excellent. All right, now I want you to lay all the way on the ground and roll it over without your hands. Roll it over. And then sit it up. Did you get that? Did you get that? Teeny tiny triceps. Let's go. Fingers to the butt. Knees bent. You remember these? We used to do these. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7. Suck the belly in. Chest lifted. 5, 4, 3, 2. It's just giving you a nice little working rest. 1. You're going to lay it down, and then roll it over to me. No hands. Roll it over onto your tummy. Come on. Excellent job. All right, feet are together, legs are straight on the ground. Hands reaching out. This is it. Swimmers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Your legs are on the ground. Don't move the legs. Just the hands. Beautiful. Take the hands to the shoulder. Now just the legs. Kick the legs. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now both the hands and the legs. Reach the hands out. Kick both hands and legs. Let's go. 10, 9, 8. This is your last exercise. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, push it up. Mountain climbers. Then you get a break. Come on. Let's go. 3. Let's go. Mountain climbers. How we begin, we end. Let's go. Your head is in neutral or your chin is lifted. Come on. Come on. Back flat. Can you take it on the floor? Yeah. When you were 18, you could. Come on. No rude jokes, Suzanne. No rude jokes. Let's go. 3, 2. All right. Burpees. March, walk, hop. Come on. 30 seconds of mountain climbers. 30 seconds of burpees. Come on. So the mountain climber is intensive because it works the upper body. And you're using the big muscles in movement. The burpee is intensive because you're working the upper body, putting the weight on the hands, and using the big muscles. All right, mountain climbers, let's go. Let's go. We're only doing 2 minutes this time. 3 to begin, 2 to end. Come on. Come on. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2. Burpees. Only 30 seconds. Let's go. Now start thinking about which leg were you working. We're heading into that other leg. Come on. Come on. Come on. Nearly there. One more. Okay. Lay it down. All the way. Lay it down. Without your hands. Roll it over. Oh, you can't even see me anymore. I'm here. Okay. Now make sure you're laying on the leg that was working. Do you notice how my head was on this side? So now it's on this side. So if you weren't sure whichever direction your head was in, flip it like I have done. Okay. Flex the feet, both legs straight. Let's go up and down. Let's go. Come on. Legs are straight. We're halfway. Stay with me, halfway. Are your feet flexed? Higher. Last 10, slow it down with me. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Come on, lift it higher. 3, 2, and 1. Take a moment. Point both toes. Keep the toes pointed now. Forward and back. Keep the chest lifted. Let's go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Squeeze when you go back. Come on. Come on, halfway. Slow it down with me, last 10. 10, squeeze back. 9, squeeze back. 8, 7. Oh, my leg is shaking. Is yours? 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Rest it for a second. Keep the bottom leg straight. Remember, now you're going to flex the foot, point the toe. All right, you point the toe when you're pulling the knee into the chest. You flex the foot when you're pushing it out. Okay, let's go. 3, 2, 1. Point, flex, point, flex, point, flex. Come on. Point, flex, point, flex, point, flex. Keep that bottom leg straight. Halfway. Last 10. Point, flex, point, flex, point, flex. 4, 5, 6 to 10, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take a moment, bend both legs. Keeping your heels together. We're getting like a little bit of a working rest here, okay? We're opening up the hip. Clam, let's go. Now you want to open wide. Pull that knee as far back as you can. Come on. Squeeze the glute. Halfway. Let's go. Open, close. Open, close. Open. Come on, you got this. Pull it back as wide as you can without lifting that heel. Last 10, slow it down with me. 10, down. 9, down. 8, down. 7, come on. 6, 5, you got this. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, you're going to think about that rectangle, yes? You got to really think of it. Only 10, all right? You're going to take it up, forward, down, back. See that little box? Are you imagining that? Let's go. Up, forward, down, back. Up, forward, down, back. Up, forward, down, back. Make it as big as you can, but keep the rectangle. Up, forward, down. That's 5 to go. Up, forward, down, back. Up, forward, down, back. Up, forward, down, back. 2 and 1. This is it. Excellent job. Roll it over onto your tummy. Ready? Floor push-ups, just 10 of them. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 10, 9. Release everything onto the floor. Let go. 8. Now watch my hands. 7. That way you really release everything. 6. Lift those hands up. 5. That way you have to release and use the entire range. 4. Come on. 3. Come on. 2. Come on. 1 more. And you got to go all the way back up. Inchworms. Walk it in. Let's go for 10. In and back out. 10. In. We're not rushing it. This is strength. And back out. 9. In. Keep those legs as straight as you can. And back out. 8. Remember to pull that butt back down. Push the weight into the hands. 7. Come on. If you want to drop to the knees, you can. 6. Look what it'd be like with the knee. 5. Still working the upper body. Just a little bit less stress on the joint. 4. Come on. Take it out, take it out. 3. Now this time, take it out further than the shoulder. Walk it out a little bit further so your hands are reaching out in front. Yeah, that's a little bit harder, inchworm. Take it in. Walk it out a little bit further. Past the shoulder, reach out. Come on. 1 more. There and back. Come on. And all the way back out. And this time, lay it down. Lay it down all the way. Lay it down. Come on. Come on. I know, mobility on the floor. I know you don't like it. It's just we're not used to it. Hands up. You're going to roll it all the way over onto your back without your hands. Ready? Let's go. Roll it. Oh. And then sit it up. Oh. Baby triceps. This is your rest. Let's go. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, stop. Lay it down on your back. Lay it down on your back. Without your hands. Roll it onto your tummy. Oh, can you do it? Oh, did you get there? All right, feet together, pointed, touching, staying on the floor. Swimmers, let's go. 3, 2, 1, hands only. 10, 9, 8, lift the chest. Good, take the hands under the shoulders. Legs only. Let's go. 10. Good. Reach the hands out. Hands and legs. 10 only. Let's go. 10, 9, swim. Beautiful. All right. Push it up. 3 minutes. You ready? Mountain climbers. Let's go. Getting it right on the clock. Let's go. 30 seconds. Mountain climbers. 3 minutes of cardio. Then you rest. Come on. Come on. Come on. Remember, you want to be steady. Don't stop now. We are all tired now. Just go nice and slow. Pull those knees in. Keep that butt down. In 10. In 5. Hop, jump, walk, march, burpees. 30 seconds. Come on. Nice and controlled. You can step it back. You can step it in. Stand it up. So, what you put in today with these types of exercises will help strengthen your heart and help you move around when you're older. Yeah? All right, mountain climbers, that's your first minute. With me, butt down. Can you take it on the floor? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, burpees. Just 30 seconds. Come on. Come on. This is your second minute. You only have 1 minute after this. Are you with me? You are either with me or against me, and nobody here is against me. All right, mountain climbers, your last minute. Come on. Come on. Ten seconds. Burpees. Last 30 seconds. Hop, jump, walk, march, squeal, jump, run, roll, whatever. Just do it. Up and down. That's the key. Whew. Yeah. By coming up and down off the floor, you are flexing and relaxing those ankles, helping with that mobility. Stop. Take a break. Oh, yeah. Oh, so both those cardios also require strength. And that is why they are so intense. So we're doing these isometric holds with the upper body, weight in the upper body, and moving the big muscles, the glute, the quad, the hamstring. Oh yeah. Now, I know what you're thinking. I know you're thinking, there isn't any more time, Suzanne. Oh, yes, there is. All right, we have 15 more seconds. Yeah? Uh-huh. Okay, so remember how you started off? Okay, we're gonna avoid that cardio. We're gonna push something at the end. Lay it down for me. All right, in 3, 2, 1. You're going to flex the foot up and down. Now make sure you're not leaning back. Make sure your hips are one on top of the other. Flex the foot. Halfway. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Lift it higher without turning the toe up. Slow it down with me, last 10. Let's go. Up and down. 10. Up. Now when you bring it down, don't let it touch the foot. 9. Up. 8. Up. 7. Lift it higher. Up. Down. 6. Come on, hold it up. Up. Straight. Down. 5. Woo, this is 5. Come on, let's go. 4. Come on. Don't let it touch the other foot. Come on. 2 more. 1 more. Beautiful. Let it rest. Okay, set back up. Ooh, don't slouch into that. Point your toes now. Yep, forward and back. Let's go. Point it. Halfway. Point. Stack the hips. All right, slow it down. Last 10. Forward. 10. Hold it. Take it back. Forward. 9. Hold it. Take it back. 8. Come on. Point. 7. Legs straight. 6. 5. Come on. Bigger, bigger, bigger. 4. Point. 3. Come on. Squeeze. 2. And last one. Forward. Back. Beautiful. Rest. Keep the bottom leg straight. Okay, we're gonna bend with a point and flex when you push back out. Now, when you push back out, really think about pushing against something, your imaginary something. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex. Lift the chest. Halfway. Let's go. Okay, you ready? Slow it down. 10. Hold. 9. 8. 7. Whoops, I flexed there. 6. 5. Hold it in. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Beautiful. Rest it. Bend both those knees. Your working rest. Now the object here is to pull that knee as far back as you can. Lift that chest again for me. Let's go. Come on. Keep the heels together. Halfway. Open wide. All right, hold it open and down. 10. Hold it open. 9. Hold it open. 8. 7. Squeeze back. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. The box. Let's go. Forward, up, back, down. Forward, up, back, down. I know it's confusing. If you can't get it, it's okay. You know, just kind of move your leg. All right? Small movements, not too big. We have 5 more. Forward, up, back, down. 4 more. Forward, up, back, down. 3, up, back, down. 2, up, back. Last 1. Beautiful. Roll it over onto the other side. Straight away. Legs are straight. We're going to flex the foot. Nice lifted chest. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Up and down. Halfway. Let's go. Oh, slow it down with me. Let's go. Up and hold. 10. Flex the foot. 9. Don't let it touch now. 8. Come on. 7. Oh, you there with me? 6. Up and hold. 5. Come on. 4. 3. You got this. 2. Oh, my mamma mia. 1. Beautiful. Let it rest. Oh, point the toes now. Woo. Woo, hoo, hoo. Forward and back. Let's go. Point halfway. Let's go. Don't stop. Without letting the feet touch, slow it down. 10 and back. 9 and back. 8, point and back. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Don't you wish I could count faster? 2. Is your leg shaking like mine? And 1. Don't put it down yet. Take it back. Take it back. And rest. Beautiful. Oh no. Bottom leg straight. It's that flex and point. Yeah, that we all mess up on. But it's okay. You just keep going, right? So you're going to point it coming in, flex it going out. Point, flex. Point, flex. Point, flex. Point, flex. Keep going. Push against something. Halfway. Point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex. Come on. We have 10 more. Slow it down with me. 10, point, 9, point, 8, point, 7, point, 6, point, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now bend the knees, the clam, your working rest. Let's go. You just want to open up that hip now. Working that outer and inner, believe it or not. Make sure your heels are touching. You want to open up that knee as wide as you can. Keep the chest lifted. Come on. All right, we are halfway. Don't stop. We have 10 to go. Slow it down with me. Let's go. 10 and down. 9 and down. Open wide. 8. Squeeze. 7. That outer hip. That outer thigh. 4 and down. Stay with me. 3. 2. Squeeze it. Open wide. Open wide. Hold it on the open. Good. Focusing on the outer when we do that. All right. The box. The rectangle. Oops. I nearly broke my glasses. Let's go. So we're going to take it in, up, back, down. In, up, back, down. In, up, back, down. In, up, back, down. My legs are getting tired. They're not making a rectangle anymore. They're trying to make a triangle. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Tired. Focus on it. We have 4. In, up, back, down. 3, 2. Last one. Make the full one. Beautiful. Roll it over. Onto your tummies. Yeah, I know. We're tight. Let's go. Are you ready? Floor push-up. Just 10. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 10 and release. 9, 8, 7. Come with me. 6. Yeah, I'm going a little faster because I want to fit it in. 5. Let's go. 4. You got this. 3. Come on. 2. And that's 30 floor push-ups. Good job. Come right back up. Inchworm. Walk it back. And out. 10. Come on. And out. 9. A little bit faster so we fit it in. Take it out. 8. Control the body though. 7. Remember to drop that butt so it's in line. Don't keep it high. 6. Now let's reach the hands further than the shoulders. It's a little bit more shoulder intensive, but you got this. 5. Reach it out a little further. Reach. 4. Come on. 3. You got this. Oh, I got this. I think I've got this. Yes, come on, one more. This is it. Oh, and lay it down all the way. Oh, without your hands, roll it over. Oh, sit it up. Oh, baby triceps. Yeah, Your working rest. Come on. 10, 9, 8. These should feel easy. Good. Lay it down on your backs without your hands. Roll it onto your tummies. Did you get there? You're looking at me. Roll it, roll it. Let's go. Feet on the floor together. Swim. Hands only. Beautiful. Hands under the shoulders. Elbows in. Legs only. Swim. Good. Hands and legs. Last exercise. Swim. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Rest. Oh. Oh. I hope you felt. Did you do it on the floor? Yes, you did. All right. Do me a favor. Come up into Sphinx pose. So I want the elbows under the shoulders. I want the shoulders away from the ears. Fingers spread flat. I want you to lift the chin, drop the head back. Deep breath in. And exhale. Beautiful. One more time. Deep breath in. And exhale. That's it. Now, this time you're going to inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to go up into up dog. Okay, so you're going to inhale and exhale. Come up into up dog. So you're just transitioning from the elbows to the hands. Now, you see how my shoulders are dropping into my ears? Pull them apart. Gotta take my hands a little wider for that. Good. Push the chest forward. Arch the back. Drop the head if you can. And inhale. And as you exhale, push back into child pose. Right here with me. Big inhale. And as you exhale, drop into up dog. Inhale. Exhale into child pose. One more time. Same thing. Inhale. And as you exhale, up dog. Now stay here for a little bit. If you can, you're going to lift those knees and thighs off the ground and you're going to just walk out. Yeah? Shake it out. Beautiful. Drop the knees onto the ground, push back into child pose. Now this time in child pose, I want you to transition the hands from the front. Okay? So what you're doing here is you're lengthening the upper back. Now we're going to round the upper back. So you're going to drop the head and take the hands, palms up, and you're going to bring them by your feet. And you're going to just let the shoulders drop. You're just rounding the back now in the opposite direction. Your feet should be together. Your hands should be touching your feet. Beautiful. If you need support, you can take your hands and place them under the shoulders and push yourself up. If not, you can just come to a seated position where you're seated on the backs of your feet. Your toes are pointed. You're going to roll those shoulders for me. Good. The other direction. So if you were rolling back, you're not going to roll forward. If you were rolling forward, you're not going to roll back. Beautiful. All right. Going to place your hands. So let me move back so you can see my hands. Fingers are pointing towards the knees. You're just going to stretch up. Stretching those wrists. Beautiful. You're going to come to all fours. And now you're going to place palms up. Yeah, we don't normally do this. Weighted stretches on the wrist are very good for the wrist. The only time I would suggest not to do it, obviously, is if there's a lot of pain, you come in and out of it, or if you have an injury to the wrist, okay? Those of you who played squash or might have played squash when you were younger, when you were 18 and you could do it on the floor. Sorry, you could take it on the floor. Yeah. All right, beautiful. Release. Woo-wee. All right, sit back, just shake out those wrists for me. Excellent. Come back onto all fours. Now in the regular all four, I want you to cat-cow. So you're lifting the chest, lifting the pelvis. You're going to now lift the center of the back, tuck the pelvis, tuck the chin. And release. Lift and tuck. One more time. And lift. Oh, let it all out and tuck. Beautiful. You're going to tuck the toes, push the butt up. You're going to come down into down dog. You're going to walk out your dog hair. So that means you're just going to like ease it out. Let me turn to the side. Hopefully you can see me. Just going to like walk out that dog. Now, my dog is a little short, meaning my hands and my feet are a little bit too close together. So what we're aiming for is for them to be a little bit further apart, just letting you know. Okay, that's my own personal weakness. All right, beautiful. You're gonna walk your hands to your feet, and you're gonna be in a forward fold, grab behind the legs, anywhere that's not a joint, and pull yourself down. Let the head hang, hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. We're not coming up. You're gonna place the hands back on the ground. You're gonna open the legs as wide as you can. So it's a nice wide forward fold. If you can get your head to the ground, great. If you can't, no big deal. Good, you're gonna walk your hands over to the right leg. Pull down, pull the head towards the leg. Back to center. And over to the left leg. Pull the head in, pull the forehead to the leg. Beautiful, stretching out the back of those legs, yeah? The outer glute, outer thigh, come back to center. Walk those feet in for me, please. All right, legs are hip width apart. You're just gonna shake them out. Fingertips on the ground, flatten that back. Beautiful. Take your hands to your shins. Keep that back nice and flat. Reach, pull the shoulders away from the ears, bend the knees, roll it up. Oh. Big inhale, just walk out those feet. Exhale, we're nearly there. Am I a little bit over on time? Yes, I am. By 1 minute, dang, that's not bad. Exhale. Oh, big inhale. Right hand up, left hand down. Oh, side stretch. Bring the hand up to me and release that right hand. Oh, side stretch. Excellent job. Bring that hand up to me. Clasp the hands. Woo! Can you do it on the floor? Oh, yes, you can. Thank you so much for working out with me today. Absolute pleasure. Well done.